This is Ride News Now. I'm Alison Haislip. Today we are talking about AirPods you drive, problems in Pittsburgh, and electric buses. Are they for you? Here's the latest in all things mobility.
This episode of Ride News Now is brought to you by the new Harman Spark. Upgrade your current ride with in-car Wi-Fi, virtual diagnostics, and so much more. To activate yours exclusively with AT&T, visit the link in the description.
So maybe you've heard all those online rumors about how once there was an air-powered car, but major automakers, oil companies, and maybe some mean dudes in trench coats made certain the tech never went anywhere. Surprise, the truth isn't quite as weird or wacky as the internet would like you to believe. That's because about 1 decade ago, a tiny vehicle called the MDI Airpod looked ready to change the automotive world. Designed and built in Nice, France, the AirPod lived up to its name. It was bubble-shaped, steering was done via joystick, and it was powered by nothing but air. Special tanks filled with compressed air fed a tiny piston-driven engine. Top speed was only 30 miles per hour, but hey, it did actually work. So, what happened? Well, a global recession didn't help. Neither did the limited range and power output. MDI eventually folded, but the technology behind compressed air-powered cars could live on. Nice. To say cities struggle to solve traffic problems would be an understatement. In fact, to say cities struggle to solve traffic problems would be an understatement. So Pittsburgh is throwing in the towel and letting new mobility companies come up with the answers. That doesn't mean the Steel City is giving up on ride shares, electric bikes and scooters, or public transportation. In fact, the opposite is true. The City of Pittsburgh's Department of Mobility and Infrastructure has invited key players in micromobility to hash out problems and solve issues that will make getting around easier for everyone. After all, an e-scooter doesn't help a working parent trying to get their kids to school before work. Companies like Lyft, Waze, and Spin, an e-bike and e-scooter company owned by Ford, are participants in what's called the Pittsburgh Micromobility Collective. I really hope they check the trademarks on that name because I'm pretty sure an indie band somewhere has already claimed it. The group's first steps and pilot programs are expected to kick off next year, hopefully producing new transportation solutions and not a 4-track EP filled with songs about scooters. The sweet petroleum stink of a smoke-spewing exhaust pipe. If you rode the bus to school, I'll bet you remember this sweet smell, and probably little else because of all the brain cells you lost breathing it in. Well, fortunately for future bus travelers, diesel-powered buses are getting replaced by battery power. The benefits of going electric are many. They, of course, include reduced emissions, quiet operation, and lower maintenance costs. But EV buses are also far from perfect themselves. Let me put on my naysayer hat for a moment. Ahem. Electric buses can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars more, with range that's approximately half that of a diesel's. They're also more sensitive to cold temperatures than diesels. And what would charging a bunch of EV buses do to a city power grid? Should I go on?
Actually, I think we're good.
Okay. So, electric has some downsides, and someone had to mention them. Plus, what is so bad about diesel? It's cleaner than regular gas, and we turned out fine, right? I mean, come on, people, have a heart.
Stop, we're good. For more tech news, join us over at Ride.Tech.
And be sure to follow RideTechNews on your social platform of choice. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
You're good, let's go.
Fine. You guys school. Spoiler alert, Jeff was not ready. That's because about 1 decade ago. Are you proud of that one, Josh? Great, okay, good. As long as they make you happy. If you rode the school bus to school, good job, Allison.
This episode of Ride News Now is brought to you by the new Harman Spark. Upgrade your current ride with in-car Wi-Fi, virtual diagnostics, and so much more. To activate yours exclusively with AT&T, visit the link in the description.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Also, head to Ride.Tech for stories, reviews, and more news.